PLTR stock surges as Palantir lands another contract. PLTR stock price targets and price predictions. Hey there! Today, we've got some news that are lighting up the PLTR landscape. Hold on tight as we break down the recent bombshell that's making Palantir bulls cheer because they've been making waves by landing yet another major contract, and we're here to uncover all the details. But wait, there's more. With Palantir's stock price experiencing some roller coaster-like moves recently, we'll navigate through the sea of opinions to help you find your bearings in this market turbulence. And if that wasn't enough, the renowned analyst Dan Ives has boldly dubbed Palantir the Messi of AI, and he's got some compelling reasons to back up his extreme bullishness on the stock. If you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any of our videos. PLTR Stock Alert: Palantir scores new work with Department of Defense. Now, have you heard the latest about Palantir? Our radar is buzzing with excitement as Palantir Technologies just dropped a major bombshell. Picture this. Palantir is now in cahoots with the Pentagon, and they're about to shake things up in the world of defense coordination and tech innovation. In a move that's got everyone talking, Palantir announced that they've been selected by the Department of Defense to step up their game. What's the game, you ask? It's all about enhancing coordination between the Department of Defense and companies that are playing in the 3450 to 3550 MHz spectrum band. Now, that's some seriously high-tech territory. Palantir is swooping in with their software platform to work some magic. They're all about automation and end-to-end coordination, making sure the Department of Defense and the commercial spectrum licensees are playing nice and sharing the spectrum band effectively. Think of it as a tech-driven playground for the big players where everyone's invited to the party. And here's the kicker. Palantir software isn't just about sharing the sandbox. It's also about turbocharging the telecom firm's 5G dreams. Their software will grease the wheels of the implementation of cutting-edge 5G technologies. And who doesn't want faster and more seamless connectivity? Miriam Marwick, the SVP of Emerging Technologies at Palantir, summed it up perfectly. As military and commercial use of radio frequency spectrum continues to grow, spectrum coordination will be increasingly necessary to preserve the effectiveness of critical national security capabilities while enabling U.S. commercial leadership in 5G and other critical technology areas. Talk about aiming high. So what does this mean for us, the investors? Well, it's time to put on your detective hats. If you're already in the PLTR game or eyeing it, keep a close eye on how Palantir's business with the federal government is evolving. Is it growing? Accelerating? This partnership with the Pentagon might just be the key to unlocking new doors for them. But that's not all. We've got to think bigger. Palantir's AI platform and other offerings are also in the spotlight. Are they gaining traction in both government and commercial markets? It's like watching a chess game where each move counts. Now let's talk numbers. PLTR stock is on fire, but it's not exactly cheap. With a forward price-to-earnings ratio of 90 and a trailing price-to-sales ratio of 21, these shares are showing their value. It's a reminder that sometimes you've got to balance the excitement with a sprinkle of caution. Palantir is making waves in defense coordination, 5G tech, and the stock market. Keep your eyes peeled for more updates. Going into earnings, is Palantir stock a buy, a sell, or fairly valued after its huge rally? Now, let's decipher whether this stock is a buy, a sell, or somewhere in between, all while considering the company's upcoming Q2 earnings report. Let's start with the juicy bits. Palantir's been soaring lately, but it's time to break out the magnifying glass and take a closer look at the numbers. According to Morningstar, they've slapped a 1-star rating on PLTR, hinting that the stock might be a tad overvalued compared to their fair value estimate of $9. Add to that a narrow economic moat rating and a very high uncertainty rating, and we're in for a ride that's not short on twists and turns. So what's on the horizon for Palantir's Q2 earnings? Hold on to your hats because we've got some metrics to watch. First up, billings. With the power of AI backing them up, Palantir's billings are expected to take a mighty leap. The Artificial Intelligence Platform, or AIP, is the star of the show here, potentially attracting more customers than ever. Speaking of customers, brace yourselves for some numbers on commercial client additions. Palantir is aiming to expand its horizons, and that means welcoming new players into the fold. With AI as the driving force, companies might be lining up to hop on board, and we're looking particularly at commercial clients who are eyeing AIP like it's the next big thing. But wait, there's more! The net retention expansion is another crucial element to watch. Palantir's been grappling with this, with customers not exactly rushing to expand their usage in a tough economic climate. However, if AIP performs as promised, we could see a turnaround as existing customers jump on the AI bandwagon. Now let's talk valuation. Morningstar's forecasting a 22.5% compound annual growth rate for Palantir's revenue over the next 5 years. That's driven by a shift towards more commercial clients, aiming for a more steady and predictable revenue stream. But here's the catch. PLTR isn't exactly a bargain bin find. With a forward price-to-earnings ratio of 90 and a trailing price-to-sales ratio of 21, this stock isn't cheap. Don't forget Palantir's economic moat. It's narrow, but anchored by the strong switching costs associated with their platforms, not to mention their solid customer relationships. And while there's some uncertainty on the executive front and past investment mishaps, PLTR bulls believe in the AI-driven growth story, while bears point to potential challenges in maintaining their values. As we gear up for Palantir's Q2 earnings, keep your eyes peeled for those billings, customer additions, and net retention stats. Whether you're riding the bullish wave or keeping a cautious eye, the world of Palantir stock promises no shortage of excitement. Dan Ives calls Palantir the Messi of AI. Here's why he's extremely bullish on the stock. Finally, we're diving into an analogy that's turning heads on Wall Street. We're talking about Palantir Technologies being compared to none other than the soccer legend Lionel Messi. Yep, you heard that right. The Messi of AI is making waves, and we're here to break down why this comparison has analysts like Dan Ives super bullish on the stock. Imagine this: Messi, the maestro of soccer, and Palantir, the AI pioneer. What could they possibly have in common? Well, according to Dan Ives, quite a lot. Just like Messi's remarkable achievements on the soccer field, Palantir is setting its sights on becoming the unbeatable powerhouse on the AI realm. And Ives, a veteran analyst, is so excited about this potential that he's initiated coverage of Palantir with an outperform rating and a bold $25 price target. But why Messi? Lionel Messi, the Argentinian soccer sensation, is a legend in his own right, with a cabinet full of awards and accolades. He's won the Ballon d'Or a record 7 times, led Argentina to World Cup victory, and is hailed as one of the greatest soccer players ever. So when Ives compares Palantir to Messi, he's drawing a parallel between their respective fields of expertise, Messi in soccer and Palantir in AI. Ives isn't holding back his excitement either. He's convinced that Palantir has built an AI fortress that's set to dominate the AI revolution for the next decade. And while many are just hopping on the AI bandwagon, Palantir has a 20-year head start, having worked with the US government agencies on top secret projects. But what's the real kicker here? It's the potential to tap into a massive market opportunity. Ives estimates that 8% to 10% of enterprise budgets in the upcoming year will be spent on AI. And who could be the go-to for enterprises looking to adopt AI? According to Ives, it's Palantir, the first call for companies wanting to harness the power of AI while ensuring data security. Now, let's address the elephant in the room: Palantir's soaring stock price. Yes, it's up a staggering 209% this year. And while that might give some investors a pause, Ives is here with some context. He believes that stock has room to grow, with a price target that's based on solid revenue estimates for the future. So is it too late to hop on the Palantir train? Not according to Ives. He likens the stock's journey to the AI revolution. It's just getting started. And if you're wondering whether this messy of AI comparison is just hype, Ives is putting his money where his mouth is. He's not only recommending Palantir as a buy, but is also a longtime shareholder himself. And that's it. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to our channel for more updates. Thank you for joining us on this video, and we hope to see you in the next one.